Hi everyone, this is Leslie. I'm here today to talk to you about Popplet, which is the program I've decided to explore for my final. Popplet is an online organization tool that allows students to sort of visually make outlines, connect thoughts, and put their ideas sort of on a visual, I would think of like a visual bulletin board. So Popplet is free for the first one, so I decided to see how it would do. And for my example, I decided to take kind of a typical English essay, which is going to be comparing themes within two different books. And I thought this was a great task for Popplet because students have to keep track of lots of different ideas and overlap, and visually this might be really, really helpful rather than doing a long kind of written outline, and would help students especially who need more visual cues. So anyway, here we are. This is my Popplet that I created. I can make it a little bit bigger. I'm going to do this so you can see these are the two books that I decided to compare. I put one note in green that relate to this book, Sparrow, and I made Popplets, or Popples is what they call them, in orange for this book by Sherman Alexie. Different themes are in pink. And so this would be a note I would take for Sparrow to connect to this theme. This is from the Sherman Alexie books that connects to either this theme or this theme. So you can see, and it's sort of a roadmap. So I'll show you what I did in a second. Let me see if I can get in a little bit more carefully so you can see it. So one of my themes was isolation and exclusion. So for example, here's an example. I said Junior's rejected by a best friend. So that's also creates isolation for him, but also he loses his friends and he makes friends, okay? There's friendship. This also relates to friendship, which is one of our themes. So these are just an idea where students can throw down and see what their ideas are, or kind of brainstorm. And this is where I see, and they can also reject some of them, or if they think they can kind of visually see, are they going to have enough examples to go with one theme, or is it too thin? Should they not pursue this in a paper? So how do they create popples? You go to this little wheel and it says make new popple. And let's see where the popple is. Here's the, hold on, this is the popple. Sorry, sometimes this is, all right. You have to log into it. It gets a little bit, so you can move the popple. I just held down my mouse and I can move it anywhere. This here, if you click it, you can decide what color you want the edge to be. So let's say I'm going to introduce a new book. So what color haven't we used? We haven't used blue. So I'll do blue. And then I want to start writing. Maybe the book is going to be Catcher in the Rye. So I can hit the letters, Catcher. Sorry. Now let's say, as you saw, sometimes I have, I used, here, I'm going to put this up here closer to, oh, so this is, I have to say, this is one of the things with this program I felt was a little tricky, was moving everything around. You'll see I put the pictures of the book titles for them. So for here, let's go back. Here we go. And you can upload. So I'm going to upload an image, which I've already done. I choose it just like you would. And then let's see, there's a picture of Catcher in the Rye, and you can do that. Now, the other option you can do, if you don't want to do an image, you can also do videos. One of my big complaints about Popplet is that the videos don't work, and they'll even tell you. So even though you can enter YouTube like video address, it doesn't work. So I'll show you. Here's one I already got. Copy, put it in here. And you see an error occurs. So I don't think Popple is great if you want to be able to embed videos. You'll see I tried to do that with a song list because music was important here. So it's really just better for pictures. That said, even with those limitations, and it's a little bit tricky to manipulate, as you can see, it might just be me. I do think that this is really good for a basic organization for students. They can zoom in, they can zoom out, they can kind of see what's there. But that said, I would probably use a different tool that's a little more sophisticated, especially for older grades where you want to have possibly a link to a video where even students could upload their own video, and really make this into an interactive presentation. I wouldn't use it for that, to be honest with you. Here are public Poplets, so you can see other people did different ones. Let's see, I'm just going to pick anything, vocabulary and an academic essay. They're doing that. You can see, you can go, they have different ideas. They've featured Poplets. Let's see what's the advancements of the Renaissance. This looks like it's going to be, or space exploration timeline. Let's look at that. This is really super sophisticated. So someone obviously put a ton of work into this. Let's see if we can get this closer. They keep going out. So this is where I find it frustrating. It keeps moving out. Anyway, it seems ironic that I'm giving you a presentation about a program that's a little bit problematic, but I just think it's important to know about. I think, again, I'd be interested in discovering other tools that aren't quite so crazy. But I do think that something like this is so much more useful than writing note cards. And I think especially for a student or for anyone who's visual. And you can share this, by the way. So you can share the app on social, or you can invite different collaborators, which is another good idea. So maybe you say, all right, students, you're going to do these years, you're going to do these, so they can put it together. So there's some benefits to this for sure. It's not a perfect program, but it's a good start. So that was my presentation. Hope you enjoyed it.